On a bright and hopeful Saturday morning, David and Sarah from Manchester set out on what they thought would be an exciting journey. Buying a new family SUV. Armed with weeks of research, a carefully planned budget, and a list of must-have features, they felt ready to make a smart purchase. Like many families, they had saved diligently, comparing models online, reading reviews, and even securing pre-approval for a car loan. The anticipation was high as they walked into the dealership, expecting to drive home in their dream car by the end of the day. But as soon as they saw the price tags, their excitement quickly turned to disbelief. The sticker price was thousands of pounds higher than what they'd seen online just a few months ago. The numbers didn't add up, and their confidence began to waver. The salesperson, sensing their shock, explained that new government tariffs and import duties had driven up costs across the board. Supply chain disruptions, increased manufacturing expenses, and a shortage of new vehicles had all contributed to the surge in prices. It wasn't just this dealership. Everywhere, prices were climbing. In just a few minutes, David and Sarah's carefully laid plans unraveled. The car they wanted was now out of reach, and the options within their budget were far fewer than they'd hoped. Their story is not unique. Across the country, countless buyers are facing the same harsh reality. Today, the average new car in the UK costs around £39,000, a staggering increase of £8,000 in just 5 years. For many, this jump has put new vehicles firmly out of reach, forcing families to reconsider their options or delay buying altogether. The days of haggling for a better deal or waiting for special incentives are fading fast. Dealerships now hold firm on prices, and discounts are rare. Even trade-in values haven't kept pace, leaving buyers with little room to maneuver. The reasons behind these changes are complex. Global economic pressures, sweeping policy changes, and unpredictable supply chains have all played a part. From Brexit to pandemic-related disruptions, the car market has been hit from every angle, making it harder than ever for buyers to get a fair deal. For everyday buyers like David and Sarah, this new landscape brings confusion, frustration, and the sobering realization that their hard-earned savings may no longer be enough. Many are left wondering if they'll ever be able to afford a new car again. The world of car buying has been turned upside down, leaving both buyers and sellers navigating uncharted territory. Uncertainty is the new normal, and the traditional car buying experience may never be the same. For many families, the dream of driving home in a brand new car now feels more distant than ever before, a stark reminder of how quickly the landscape can change and how challenging it has become to keep up. The main driver of soaring car prices? It's not just inflation or supply chain issues anymore. There's a new game-changing factor that's shaking up the entire auto market and catching many buyers off guard. In spring 2025, a sweeping 25% tariff was slapped onto all imported vehicles and parts. This isn't a minor fee, it's a massive surcharge that's instantly felt across the industry, from manufacturers to everyday drivers. What's more, the tariff doesn't just target cars shipped in from overseas. Even vehicles assembled in Mexico and Canada are affected if they contain any non-domestic components. That means almost every car with a global supply chain is now more expensive to build and buy. For automakers, this translates to a staggering new cost structure. Imagine a £20,000 car suddenly costing £25,000 to import before it even reaches the dealership. That's a £5,000 jump, and it doesn't stop there. Dealers have to adjust their prices to cover these new expenses. Ultimately, these costs are passed directly to buyers. Shoppers are now facing sticker prices that are thousands of pounds higher than just a year ago, making the dream of a new car feel out of reach for many families. Industry experts are unanimous. This tariff is the single biggest reason behind the dramatic price hikes we're seeing today. It's not just a blip, it's a fundamental shift in how cars are priced in the UK. Imported cars in particular have been hit the hardest. Some models now cost as much as £8,000 more than they did before the tariff, putting them out of reach for many buyers who once considered them affordable. Even so-called domestic models aren't immune. Because so many parts are sourced from abroad, prices for these vehicles have also jumped, often by £1,500 to £2,500. The ripple effect touches nearly every car on the lot. The result? A new higher baseline for car prices across the board. What was once considered a mid-range or entry-level price is now the starting point for many models. And this isn't just a temporary spike. Experts warn that these higher prices are here to stay, marking a structural change in the market that will affect buyers for years to come. Popular, once affordable models like the Honda CR-V and Chevy Equinox are among the hardest hit. For many families, these vehicles represented attainable, reliable options. But now they're slipping out of reach. For buyers, the family car they'd been saving for may now be out of their budget entirely. The impact is personal, affecting real people and their plans for the future. The market has shifted dramatically, and for anyone looking to buy, it's time to adjust expectations and rethink what's possible in this new era of car ownership. Automakers can't absorb a 25% cost hike. They're raising prices fast. Ford added up to £1,600 to Mexico-built models. Volkswagen now lists a separate import fee on window stickers. Hyundai is cutting perks like free maintenance, raising long-term ownership costs. Tariffs are also slowing production and supply chains, leading to fewer cars and potential shortages. Incentives are shrinking. Cashback deals and low-interest financing are disappearing. The message is clear. Higher costs mean higher prices for everyone. The era of easy deals is over. Buyers must adjust to a tougher, more expensive market. Dealerships are caught between rising prices and frustrated customers. Sales staff now spend more time explaining tariffs than selling features. With little room to negotiate, dealers focus on service, parts, and financing to stay afloat. Inventory varies wildly. Some brands are overstocked and willing to deal. Others have limited supply and firm prices. The customer experience now depends on the dealership's unique situation. Finding the right car at a fair price takes more research and flexibility than ever. The market is fragmented and buyers must adapt. Tariffs on new cars are driving more buyers to the used market, creating fierce competition and pushing up prices. Used car prices are up 3% year over year. Nearly new cars have jumped 4.4%. The most sought-after used cars, 3 years old or newer, are especially expensive. High demand means bargains are rare, and even older cars command premium prices. For sellers, high trade-in values are a silver lining, but buying another car is just as costly. First-time buyers face a tough market with few affordable options. The used market remains active, but elevated prices are here to stay. The ripple effect of tariffs is felt everywhere. Affordability is a challenge, whether buying new or used. The sticker price is just the start. High interest rates and soaring insurance premiums add to the pain. With the Bank of England holding rates high, monthly car payments are reaching £600 or more. Buyers with imperfect credit face even steeper costs, putting new cars out of reach. Insurance is up 7% year over year, now averaging £2,150 annually. Tariffs on parts mean higher repair costs, which insurers pass on to consumers. The total cost of ownership is unsustainable for many. Some families are holding on to older cars longer or skipping car ownership altogether. Policymakers are considering relief, but for now, buyers face a perfect storm of expenses. Experts predict continued uncertainty and high prices. The market has shifted from supply shortages to affordability concerns. Tariffs make it hard to predict when prices will stabilize or demand will recover. Sales forecasts are down. The industry is bracing for a slowdown. Long-term tariffs may push manufacturers to build more cars domestically, but that's a slow process. For now, expect a fragmented market. Imported cars will cost more. Domestic models may be scarce. The future is defined by caution and complexity. Buyers and sellers alike must prepare for a bumpy road ahead. Despite the challenges, smart shoppers can still find value. Broaden your search. Look for overstocked brands like Jaguar, Audi, and Land Rover, where dealers are more willing to negotiate. Consider nearly new or certified pre-owned cars for savings and warranty peace of mind. Secure financing before visiting the dealership. A pre-approved loan gives you leverage. Compare dealer financing to your own to get the best rate. Be patient and watch for targeted incentives. Manufacturers still offer occasional deals on specific models. Flexibility on color, trim, or model year can unlock savings. Research is more important than ever. Adapt your expectations to the new market reality. With diligence, good deals are still possible. Tariffs, high interest rates, and rising costs have transformed car ownership in ways few could have predicted just a few years ago. The days of walking into a dealership and driving away with a new car at a bargain price are largely behind us. Today, every aspect of buying and owning a car is shaped by global economic pressures and shifting consumer expectations. Buying a car is now a complex financial decision, not a simple rite of passage. Shoppers must weigh monthly payments, loan terms, insurance costs, and even the potential resale value before making a commitment. For many, the process can feel overwhelming, requiring more research and planning than ever before. The industry must innovate to keep up. Flexible ownership models such as car subscriptions and short-term leases are gaining traction. Domestic electric vehicles are becoming more accessible, offering new options for buyers who want to save on fuel and reduce their environmental impact. Consumers must focus on long-term value. Reliability, efficiency, and total cost of ownership are more important than ever. Choosing a car that will last, cost less to maintain, and hold its value is now a top priority for families and individuals alike. Holding on to cars longer and maintaining them well is now a smart strategy. Regular maintenance, timely repairs, and even simple tasks like washing and caring for your vehicle can extend its life and save money in the long run. Prices won't drop to pre-2025 levels anytime soon. The new cost structure is here to stay. Shoppers must adjust their expectations and budgets, understanding that higher prices are the new normal in the automotive world. Careful planning and flexibility are essential for buyers. Comparing financing options, exploring used vehicles, and being open to different brands or models can make a significant difference in finding the right fit. The journey to car ownership is tougher, but not impossible. With determination and a willingness to adapt, buyers can still achieve their goals and drive away in a vehicle that meets their needs. With patience and research, families can still find the right vehicle. Online reviews, expert advice, and community recommendations are valuable tools in making informed decisions. The market will adapt, and so must we. By staying informed and flexible, consumers can navigate this new era of car ownership with confidence and success.